Gary, how are you, sir?
Hey, I'm doing great. How are you today?
All right, Leanne?
Yeah.
All right. Brought your hot rod lady with you today to Year One Car Show.
I sure did.
Yeah, all
That's
right. How many years you two been tooling around in the old Camaro?
Well, been about 4 years on this build.
Okay.
We've been married nearly 40.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand you got quite a hot rod shop to be building these things in, right?
We do.
All
we do.
right.
Yeah, it's over in Alpharetta, not far from here.
Okay. All right, and the name of it would be?
American V8.
American V8.
Yeah, American V8 Classics is what we
Okay.
call it.
Yeah, so I'd imagine you got a pretty good power plant in this thing. Not only is this thing, wow, I'm looking at the paint on this thing, man. There's some kind of metal flake going on here. The orange stripes are just popping in the sun like that, man. What do you call that?
Well, this is a PPG OSA orange.
Okay.
With a pearl in it. It's a 3-stage.
Yeah.
And then we use the white is an Arctic white, and then we use the same pearl that comes for the OSA orange on the white.
Okay.
So it gives that illusion that the white also has the orange and the gold in it.
Yeah.
And then
that's pretty cool.
the stripes are actually polished aluminum.
Wow.
The hood and the fenders and the header panel,
Yeah.
the trunk lid and the spoiler are all aluminum. So we polished out the stripe
Really?
first,
Okay.
taped off the stripe, painted it, pulled the tape off, and we got the polished stripes.
Wow.
They kind of looks like, a lot of people think it's chrome paint.
Yeah, you can't tell all that from a distance or anything. Even up close, you can't tell it.
Yeah.
There's a lot that went into the paint job on that.
There's a lot to it, and the bumpers are aluminum also. They're chrome, but they're chrome plated
Okay.
aluminum. And,
All right.
the extra weight savings from the aluminum is able to get a 50-50 weight distribution on this car.
Nice.
The
Okay.
front,
so it's
front
balanced.
wheels, it's
Yeah,
balanced real
yeah.
well.
Nice.
It's real well.
And
So,
wait a minute. That's a 854 stamped under the SS.
yeah, it's
You
only-
made a mistake, didn't you?
No, that's the only one Chevy ever made.
Really?
Yeah, it's the only one.
Oh, okay.
They-
well, let me get you to do this now.
It's a prototype. It's a prototype.
Yeah.
They never quite finished it. We picked it up and finished it out.
Gotcha. Okay. Pop the hood on this,
All
man.
right, I'll show
Let's
you.
see what is an 854 exactly. It's got to be a big old motor.
854 is 2 times 427.
No, that's just a reflection in the firewall, right?
No, that's not a reflection. It's actually a second motor under there.
Wow.
The front engine is a 427 LS7,
Okay.
and it's got 600 horsepower. The back engine is LS7 427.
Yeah.
It's got 603 horsepower.
Golly.
So we call them twin engines because they dynoed out almost
Wait
exactly
a
the
minute.
same.
And you had to go and put nitrous on it too?
Well, you know, that's
Not enough power?
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Well, you just never know.
That is insane, sir.
Each engine dynoed out at 600 horsepower.
You know,
So with the NOS, it was a total of 1,500 horsepower.
Wow, how about that?
Yep.
Now, have you opened this thing up at all on the highway? Have you got on it pretty good?
Only once. Been
Yeah.
able to dyno it a few times.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
problem with driving it on the highway, I got about 140 miles on the road now.
Okay.
But the problem when driving on the road is a person way up in front of you. You catch up to them really fast.
Catch up to them real quick.
Yeah,
don't
real
you?
quick. So,
Wow.
but we're going to do some more testing on it
And-
on the drag strip in the future.
And
But
this,
right now we're not.
this is a sample of what your technicians at your shop can do, right?
Yeah, we've got a couple of other Camaros right now.
Yeah?
We do got a
Okay.
Hurst Edition '69 Camaro that's got an LS7 in it and a
Yeah.
6-speed. It's just
Okay.
got one engine.
All right. Well, let's take. I got a peek at the interior because
Okay.
I'm going. You cut the firewall out so deep, man, in this thing. How do you fit the driver and the passenger in it? I mean, you had to move the pedals, so you know there's only so much space in that floorboard in there,
That's
right?
right. That's right. We did move the dash back 3 inches.
3
And the other thing we did was we put the radiator in front of the core support. So instead of the
Oh,
radiator
yeah,
it's
it's
normally
flip-
behind it,
Gotcha.
we have a total of 11 fans.
Okay.
There's 6 fans behind the radiator, 2 in front, 1 under the hood that pulls the hot air out, and then
Yeah.
2 in the back for the transmission coolers.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
then we have 2 alternators, 2265 amp alternators, running at 16 volts each
son.
in order to
Yeah,
provide
man.
all the electrical power we need for it.
Jeez, man, what creativity going on here?
Thank you.
That's awesome, dude.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Very, very sweet build, man. Okay. Now, pop a door. Let's
All right.
look at that interior. Let's check it out. Okay, so Do you feel awkward driving it because you got to, your feet are in a different position trying to drive it, right?
Yeah, not really. It's
Yeah.
it's a left foot brake car.
Yeah.
You have to be able to brake with your left foot because there's not room.
Yeah.
And that was another thing, is there wasn't any way we could build it as a manual shift car.
Right.
One,
yeah.
there wasn't room for a clutch pedal,
Yeah.
and then second, for the power that we generated, the automatic was necessary.
And you got the big nitrous bottles back there behind you.
We do.
You can reach right behind you, turn the valve on, and
Yep.
hit it if you need
If
to,
you need-
right?
Yeah, hadn't needed to yet, but boy, we're ready.
And you might have to make this thing four-wheel drive next or something, because you only got two wheels back here with all that power on them, right?
Yeah, we were able to put some pretty large tires on
Yeah.
it. We got 12 by 20 wheels,
Okay.
American Racing wheels, and
Wow.
we got 15 gauges that we had to have in there, 4 for the front engine, 4 for the back engine, and then all the other gauges,
Well,
a couple for the nitrous.
Like an airplane cockpit in there. You got all these gauges to monitor and keep up with this and that. But it's LS power, so it's probably, I'm guessing, quite dependable.
It is, very.
Yeah.
We got, last week had it at the Holly LS Fest,
Okay.
and had to drive it from one racetrack to the other.
Yeah.
And was sitting in traffic for about an hour.
Wow.
And it just kept cool, kept
No big
good.
deal, right?
Yeah, no big
Okay.
deal. Yeah.
All right, one other question before I go. In between those motors, you had to come up with some way to connect them and hook them up, man. What you got going on there?
Well, basically, there's a coupling mechanism that goes between the flywheel of the front motor and the harmonic balancer of the second motor.
Okay.
It's somewhat like a full-time clutch. It's the best way I can describe it. It's got a little bit of give in it,
Okay.
and we're working on to be able to produce a
Sure.
coupling system
Okay.
that'll actually be all billet milled and
Wow.
machined, and it'll have a water pump built into it. I didn't tell you the back engine has an electric water pump,
Okay.
but
yeah.
the new system will have a water pump built into
right.
it. And we'll be able to put 2, maybe 3 or 4 of them together. We're not sure
and,
yet.
And that little mechanism there, that's something you guys created in the shop, right?
We had it's the whole
Interesting.
part of that's proprietary.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right, Gary.
And we had that part of it.
Yeah.
I need to mention was done by Gary Grimes at Grimes Engine
Okay.
Shops. He's the one he's the mastermind of the engines and the coupling mechanism. And he's in the shop right in front of ours.
All right.
We'd like to see under the trunk and see what's
Sure, let's
back
look
there.
at the trunk while we're here.
See what we in.
Oh, yeah. All right, so we're looking straight through the car here at the rest of the running gear.
And then this is a Corvette C6 Z06 transaxle,
Okay.
and it is coupled to a RPM transmissions 4L60 that's been specially built for this car.
Okay.
And we had to widen the quarters on the car on the rear of the car to make room for the Corvette drivetrain, because it's all stock Corvette width. And we used American Racing wheels that had a 10.5-inch offset in order to fit everything under there. But we widened the quarters 1 inch, and so if you look closely at the bumper, the quarters actually touching the bumper. On a normal Camaro, there's an inch gap between the bumper and the quarters.
Yeah,
so
so
we've
the
actually
car's
got
wider
the
than-
car's wider just in the back.
Just in the back. Okay, and then it's.
And we got
Yeah.
transmission coolers way up underneath it. It's hard to see, but
Wow.
they pull air from the normal trim gills on the side, which are normally there's no use. These are not functional. But we've got ductwork going in there, so it pulls cool air from that side into the transmission coolers.
Wow. Over the top custom build. You know, when you close the trunk and the hood, you'd never know all that's under there.
That's right. That's right.
Because your panel, your surveillance panel, the back seat, the area, you got to look hard to.
Right. We got vintage air in the back.
Yeah,
We
okay.
got electric heated seats. We got electric windows. We got a Blu-ray player with the projector and the grill. So if you want to pull up and watch your own drive-in movie,
What in the world, Gary?
if the movie theater's sold out and I need to take my wife to the movie, I
Guess
just
so.
pull up
There
and
you go.
throw in a DVD and
All right, man.
watch it. So
He made.
He's made up some songs too. Like I said, he's very creative.
All right, Gary.
all right.
Mr. Creativity. All right.
Well, thanks a lot.